In my years of coaching, I've discovered that many leaders have an easier time crafting a good mission statement, a goal, and a target, than crafting a really good vision or purpose statement. It's often a lot easier for us to define what we should accomplish and when we should do it and how we're going to go about getting there. And it's often a lot harder for them to back up and explain why. I mean, they have a gut sense of why, they care. Well, this makes sense. We don't get a lot of practice. Most of our competitors, most of the world around us is defining what to do and when we're going to do it. And very few people have a lot of practice crystallizing why. Well, I'm going to help you the same way I've helped a lot of other leaders do this. And I'm going to share with you my tips for how to create a great vision statement, what goes into it. The first big distinction is that a mission statement has a clear target and an end state, but a vision statement is never ending. It's an ongoing universal purpose. It's not a specific place that you reach, achieve, and quit. It's a never-ending value. We continue to always offer this to the world. It's something everyone always needs. The second piece about this is that it really is something the world needs. In fact, in some way, every good vision statement is about how you make the world a better place. It's a never-ending way of making the world a better place. Well, before you get too excited, if that's your vision statement, that's a really bad one. Yes, we need the world to be a better place, and we hope we do that all the time, but that doesn't have clarity. Be really careful of being too vague or too broad. In fact, even words like excellence, or helping humankind, or even family environment, these words and phrases are really dangerous because they feel familiar, we're all really comfortable with them, but the truth is, what does excellence mean to you? I bet you it's not what's in my head right now. I mean, the most easy example I can tell you is trying to get your kids to clean their room. You can say, oh, my room's clean, and then mom comes in, and you discover that your definition of clean's not her definition of clean. Yeah, don't use vague, beautiful sounding words that don't have any teeth, because that's the next part. You need to be clear enough, tangible enough. To be more specific, you need to share the unique way that you make the world a better place. So it's never ending, making the world a better place, but uniquely, how do you do that? Let me give you a quick example. The CEO of Chick-fil-A, Dan Cathy, likes to say that the word restaurant, has the same root as the word restore. And he likes to say that he would imagine all their restaurants would be places of restoration, physical and emotional, for the people who come into their company. Now, that's not their official vision statement. It's just a cool thing he says, but that's a cool example of what a good, inspiring why is. Oh, there's a whole other conversation on what to do to make that happen. But before we get there, you gotta buy, do you wanna create a little oasis of restoration? If so, then you're gonna get excited about the what he'll challenge afterwards. Once they get this vision, this why, this purpose, people can now get excited about the what, but you've got to clearly communicate it. Last point on this, keep it brief. I mean, 1 to 2 sentences if at all possible. Try to make something really specific, really meaningful, like Dan Cathy's example that would say, it's a place of restoration. That doesn't take a lot of words, but it's enough clarity and enough uniqueness that you could say, I'm willing to get excited about it. That matters to me. I'll buy into that. Most of all, before you launch this out, one last test. Does it stir your passion? If you don't get fired up about it, it's going to get really hard to get your people fired up about it. So after you've written all this and followed these rules, read it again and say, am I truly passionate about that? If so, you've probably got yourself a strong vision statement.